Good morning, maker friends. How are you doing this morning? I'm really excited you're here. I'm so excited to be taking over a maker studio today, and I really want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. The weather here is beautiful here in Panama City Beach, Florida. I hope wherever you're joining me from, it's this beautiful as well. Let me know where that's at down in the comments below. Also, let me know, are you watching me live this morning or are you catching it on a replay? If you've got somebody that you think would love to see what we're doing over here, getting all crafty first thing in the morning, then definitely tag them in our comments below, because one lucky person is going to win the stencil that we're going to be playing around with today. Are you ready to see what that is? Give everybody just a few minutes to hop on here, but let me give you a little sneak peek of it. This brand new, super fun stencil. Y'all, this stencil is called Chicken Farm Newspaper, and that's exactly what it looks like. It looks just like it came out of a newspaper. I know my mother-in-law loves chickens. She's got chickens all in her kitchen. She decorates with them, and they are so stinking cute. So the project that I'm going to be doing today is actually going to be a little happy that I'm going to mail her. Hope she's not watching today, because if she is, guess what? Spoiler alert, Judy, you're getting a gift in the mail very soon. Are y'all ready to jump onto our workspace and see what we're going to be playing around with today? Don't forget, tag your friends down in the comments, because I want you to be entered into this giveaway. All you've got to do is tag through your friends, sprinkle that love around, share this video with them, share the video on your page, and the lucky winner of this super cute stencil might be you. So that's enough talking, y'all. Let's hop onto our workspace and let's get started. Okay, makers, here is our workspace. You can see I've got a whole farmhouse theme going on because it's going to match my mother-in-law's kitchen perfectly. I've got my stencil here, and again, if you're just now joining us, this stencil is called what is it exactly? Chicken Farm Newspaper. It is so stinking cute. Look at this little rooster here. He is absolutely adorable, isn't he? And this, y'all, does look just like a piece of antique newspaper, doesn't it? I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree canvas. This is 8.5 by 11 as well, same size as my stencil. I've also got a piece of laminated burlap. You can do this project with just a plain sheet of burlap as well, just a piece that you've cut to size, but you probably do want to make sure that it's, smooth so that you don't have any wrinkles in it. From our Amy Howard at Home, I'm going to use a little bit of black 1-step paint. And I'm also going to use a foam dome brush, or you could actually do this with your silicone squeegees. And y'all, to embellish it, I'm going to use a little bit of black and white buffalo plaid ribbon. I've got some beautiful lamb's ear. You can't have burlap ribbon with lamb's ear, can you? And as just a finishing touch, I'm going to use a little touch. Look at this, y'all. This is just thumbtacks, but watch how it's going to finish off this project. So are y'all ready to get started? Can you kind of see where I'm going with this? If not, then you're in for a treat, because it's super stinking cute. So when you open up your stencil, you're going to notice that it has a plastic sleeve. When you take your stencil out of your sleeve, it's also going to have this cardboard backing. You want to be sure to hold on to both of these things, because once you wash your stencil out in some warm water, you're going to get your stencil all clean, and then we're going to slide it back into our sleeve, and that's how we're going to keep our stencil safe so we can reuse it over and over again. I love the fact that these stencils are multi-use. It's not just one and done. You can use them over and over again. So look how simple this is. You're also going to want to hold on to this piece of paper as well. This is what is going to store your stencil after it dries. When you get it washed out, you want to just wash it out and store it with the sticky side up. And once it's dry, it's still going to be sticky, and we'll just put it back down like this. Super easy. Okay, so we're just going to center up this stencil onto our burlap. The great thing with the burlap piece being the same as our stencil, I don't have to worry if it's centered or not. I just covered the whole piece. Now, super important step when you're working with these tri-mesh stencils. You want to burnish in. And burnishing in just means you want to take your hand and you want to very carefully rub so that every piece of this stencil is stuck. That's all burnishing in means. Pretty easy, huh? Once we get this burnished in, we're going to go in with our paint. And when I'm working on an uneven surface like this burlap, I do like to use my foam dome brushes for a couple of reasons. It's uneven, so if I try to take my squeegee and I go to rub, I might actually push some of that paint out in a place that I don't want it to. But versus using a foam dome brush, we're going to use a pouncing motion. And that's going to help us to make sure that we only get the paint where we want it to. So, smooth surface, these are great, but for an uneven surface, I personally like to use the foam dome. Okay, I think we've got this burnished in pretty well. We'll just open up our one-step paint. Now, if you're just now joining us, you're probably wondering what we are doing today. Well, we are working with a brand new stencil today, and it's called Chicken Farm Newspaper. It is super cute. It is absolutely adorable, and it's perfect for all of those farmhouse projects that you're going to be doing. So let me just grab my plate so I can sort of make sure my brush is loaded up with my paint. Now y'all don't forget, somebody is going to win this stencil. The way to do that is to share the video that we're doing today, our project, our live. Share it with your friends and tag them down in our comments below. And y'all, you might be the lucky winner. Okay, so I do like to offload a little bit of that paint. I don't want it to just flood. And this is the motion we're going to be doing. It's a tapping motion. I love the contrast of burlap and black, don't you? This is very, very easy. But y'all, now that school is back in session, if you're a mama or a grandmama, then you're going to have lots of time on your hands. So that means, guess what? You can go ahead and start getting a head start on some of those Christmas presents, can't you? I don't know about y'all, but I love doing handmade gifts. It just makes me so happy to see that somebody knows that I took the time to make something special just for them. What's your favorite gift to give or to receive? Do you love handmade gifts? Oh, they just make me super happy. I'm probably going to take my blow dryer to dry this. And when I do, I'm going to actually mute the sound so it will get a little bit quiet. So don't think that your sound is messing up. I just don't think you want to hear my blow dryer running this morning. It's too early for that, isn't it? Okay, we're almost done. Get this little piece right here. What projects are y'all working on today? Have you seen all of the wonderful new stencil that Amy has come out with? We have got so much fun stuff planned for y'all. Okay. Y'all, when I take this up, I'm just going to drop this down into a bath of water, and once I'm through with our live this morning, then I'll go and rinse it out and put it back onto my board and store it for another use. Okay. Look how cute. I am going for sort of that vintage newspaper look, so I didn't take a lot of care or attention to make sure that everything was filled in totally, but you can see just the outlines. Now, if you want to make sure that yours is not vintage looking, then just make sure to go over your stencil a couple of times with your foam dome brush to make sure that you don't miss anything. Okay, so let's move this out of our way. And now I want to take my scissors. I want to sort of fray these ends a little bit. I want this to look old and vintage and not perfect. I don't know about y'all, but trying for perfection is overrated. I like things to look handmade and imperfect because we are all imperfect. And that's sort of the crafting style that I have too. I am going to take my blow dryer like I mentioned before really quickly. I'm going to mute my sound so you don't hear this running. Now I just want to take just the edge, and my sheet is laminated, so it's not going to fray as well as it would if it wasn't laminated, but you'll at least get the idea. I just want to sort of rough up this edge just so it doesn't look like I just cut it. I'm going for that sort of old aged burlap look. And it's okay if some of it even comes off. That's just going to kind of lend to the authenticity of it looking old. Can you see that? We'll do the same thing all the way around all of our edges. This stencil would also make cute dish towels, wouldn't it? You can have sort of a matching set. I think that would be super stinking cute. Do you have some ideas for this stencil? Anything popping into your head? I love to hear y'all's thoughts on our new stencils and the projects that we're doing. Y'all inspire me so much. I get a lot of ideas from y'all. Okay. We've got one more side to go around, and then I'll just go and just sort of ratty up that edge a little bit more. I love how the laminated sheets work though. I think I picked these up at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I don't remember which one, to be honest. Okay. Now, just want to sort of rub that edge a little bit. We want it to look old. Y'all, this is almost done. If you wanted a little bit more of your edge to show, then you could cut off some more of your project. Let's see. I might cut a little off at the bottom here. Just a little bit. Probably should have done that before I started fraying it. The beauty of live, right? You get to see how projects evolve. Okay, Now, don't forget, you are going to have the chance to win this wonderful stencil. Just share our video on your wall, on your Facebook page. Tag your friends down in the comments below. Share it with at least 3 of them, and you are going to be entered into this giveaway. Okay. Now, I like that better. Just a little bit of an edge is showing. So y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue in my corners, but I had my glue gun plugged up, but I did not have it turned on, so we'll give that just a second. Let me go ahead and grab some of these thumbtacks, and these thumbtacks did come from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put 1 in each corner. Can you kind of see where I'm going with this? Let me go ahead and unbunch my lamb's ear. I love these little pieces of lamb's ear. I actually find them at Walmart sometimes. And when I do, I try to go ahead and grab them because they make great little filler pieces. And let's be honest, you can't have buffalo plaid without having some lamb's ear, right? It just screams farmhouse. I'm gonna reach behind me really quickly and grab another glue stick. Wasn't quite as prepared this morning as I thought I was. Okay, so let's see if this is still not quite hot enough. I'll go ahead and put my top back on my black paint because I'm not done. Y'all, just remember, if you want that perfect look, if you don't want it to look antiqued like I have here, just make sure that you go over with that foam dome brush really, really good. Saturate that stencil so that it gets everything to come through. But this was the look that I was going for. I want it to look just like it's old and antiqued, like a little burlap sack. While I'm waiting for that glue gun to heat up, I'm just going to take a little piece of floral wire and go ahead and wire my bow, my buffalo plaid bow together. I've got a piece that's probably around 16 inches long. I'm going to gather the ends a little bit, let them overlap just a little bit like this, and then bunch it up. And then there's our bow. I'll hot glue the center on. I love these little simple bows. Now, I want to take my little lamb's ear pieces. I'm going to overlap those as well. And then we're going to wire our bow to this. And I'm just going to twist my wire. Once my glue gun heats up, I will put just a little bit of hot glue to secure it. But y'all, that's how easy it is just to make a little spray with your lamb's ear. I've got another piece that I'll hot glue in the center. And how cute is that? So adorable. Okay, this should be heated up now. It is. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to run a really thin bead all the way around, but I'm just going to focus a little bit more in the corners. And honestly, there's no need to put it all the way in the center. Just be very careful because that will be hot. And now I'm going to put a little drop of glue in each corner. And if you want to, you can definitely get out your tape measure, make sure that it's all in the same spot, but y'all know me, I'm an eyeballer. And you probably don't need the hot glue because we are putting these thumbtacks right into the edge of our frame on the back of this canvas, but I don't want it to go anywhere, so I'm just doing a little bit of precaution. Isn't this looking cute so far? Okay. What do you think about that? Super cute, isn't it? Okay, so now we are ready to secure our ribbon. Just be super careful and don't burn yourself with your glue gun. I do like a low temp glue gun for this reason. That is so stinking cute, isn't it? Okay. So you can actually take a little nail and put just a tiny little nail up at the top here. I didn't bring my nail to my workspace, but I do want to show you what that is going to look like. Isn't it cute? Once your nail is up there, all you need to do is to just wrap your wire around that nail, and that's going to secure this. Now I've got one other piece that I want to add to it, and that's going to go here at the bottom. It's just another little piece of ribbon. My buffalo plaid ribbon. I want to dovetail the ends. And I just want to put a little piece down here at the bottom. I just think that sort of finishes off that edge and just adds a little bit more detail. Y'all, this project is done. What do y'all think about it? Isn't it cute? Okay, y'all, what do you think about this project? Didn't it turn out so stinking cute? I love how it looks vintage but modern at the same time. Stencil is totally vintage, but the buffalo plaid and our lamb's ear totally kind of brings it up to, with that modern feel, don't you think? Let me know if you want to win this down in the comments below by tagging 3 of your friends. You're going to be entered into that giveaway. Also, don't forget to sprinkle that love around on your Facebook wall. Share this video today with your friends and tell them they should check out what we're doing over here at Maker Studio. Invite them to be part of our maker community. We have so much fun over here at Maker Studio, don't we? That's all the time we got for today, y'all. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.